Greetings everyone. In this video I'm going to show you very quickly how to back up and export your class so that you are ready in case or when your courses are deleted from the server forever in our quarterly server maintenance. So the first thing you want to do is go to your class. I'm going to go to my Fall Intro to Law class, and you want to click on the Manage tab, and you want to go to Backup and Restore. Very simple. And then there's a thing that just says click here to create a new backup. Boom. That's so quick and easy. And you really should do this all the time. Really, every time you make a change to your course, just quickly go in. What does that take? 30 seconds? You can afford the time. Just quickly go in, save your course at least weekly. That backup lives on the Angel servers, and it lives there for 30 days. Now, obviously, a 30-day save is not going to be very useful to you if you want to use this a couple of quarters from now. So the backup is just one step in the process. Um, and what will happen is in a little while, you'll get an email from Angel. And depending on the volume of what's going on, it could take 5 minutes. And also the size of your course, it could take a couple minutes. It could take an hour. I can see here there's an active backup for this course in the queue because I did it a few minutes ago. And there's one job ahead of me. Anyways, in a little while, you'll get an email like this from Angel. And it tells you the date and the time that the course is backed up. This is helpful information if something tragic happens and I have to manually dig on the server to try to find your class. So do save these emails that you get from Angel. That can be very helpful later on. But once you get that, you can go on to the export console. And the export console, you can see I've been re-recording this video, so it's here a few times. Anyways, the export console will show what's going on with the class. It'll show that your backup is queued, and once you've successfully done one, it will show a link to that backup. Now, since the backup only lives on the Angel server for 30 days, you want to have a copy of it on your hard drive or some other handy-dandy spot. So all you have to do is click on it, or I think maybe in Internet Explorer you might have to right-click and do a Save As. Oops, and it'll open up in the little download box. You can see I've got a pretty massive class and it's going to take it a while to download, so I'm not going to stay here and watch that whole thing happen. But once you download it to your hard drive, then you've got a copy of your class and you're good. But keep in mind that download contains student data, it's got your grades, it's got your discussion board posts, it's got all that sort of stuff, which you generally don't want when you're copying the course later on. So we got to do one additional thing. So we've got our backup there, and that's good for a lot of purposes. But we also want to have an export of the class, and so that you can use just the content later on. And so you go to select an export file type, and we want Angel format. And if you're coming into this fresh, you don't happen to be here. Again, it's just the Manage tab, and you're going to the Export console. And we're going to export in the Angel format. And then it's going to give us a little summary. What is it that we want to export? And you see that it's only the content of the class. There's no student data in here. So we just click Next, and it's telling us, hey, it's gonna create a backup of the course, or an export of the course, and you'll get an email when that happens. And again, you can go to the export content area and see where it is in the queue, and if you're impatient, you can just click on refresh and see how the queue is updated. But again, you don't have to linger over this because it's updated all the time, or because it'll send you an email when it's done. And you can go then to the Manage tab, and in your fresh new quarterly shell, not in an existing shell with content in it, but in a fresh empty quarterly shell, you can go to the Import console and import the content package, and then choose that downloaded file and bring it back into the course. And please, please, just do this into an empty course. We had a couple of people wipe out their classes last quarter, and they didn't do that whole little backup step first, and they lost everything. So let's not have that happen to you. Um, you can also, instead of just doing an export, you could go to your Learning Object Repository, this little folder over here, and you can copy the course into your LOR as well. And I've got a separate video on that, and I'll include a link to that in my email. So that's all you need to do to back up your course, save it to the LOR, and have a copy on your hard drive, and you'll be good.